What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As half your dynamic duo Twisted, I'm alongside Brother Pyro. I blanked.
You spaced so hard.
That tends to happen lately.
That doesn't happen often.
No, it doesn't, but I hate when it does because,
Lord,
does that happen.
What's up, peoples? Let's jump straight into the action that is TNA Slammiversary. So this is one that we covered on the pre-show.
Yes.
This is one that we covered on our pre-show. Now, typically we don't cover pre-show matches.
No.
But this one just happened to be the final match on the pre-show before the pay-per-view started. Mm-hmm. I figured since we covered it, we'd talk about it. Okay. Eric Young, Ricky Sosa, the vet, trying to, battle in with the rookie.
Yep.
Overall, a great match. You can definitely see there was some lack of chemistry. I think they haven't really worked together all too much, which, fine, whatever. It happens. Mm-hmm. We got Ricky Sosa going over on the vet. And if anybody that hasn't been paying attention to the world of pro wrestling, yeah. In more despicable TNA news, Eric Young has now parted ways with the company. Now, he did state that he was on a handshake deal, so there was no official contract. So he was free to come and go as he pleases.
Okay.
So he is no longer associated with TNA. I wish him the best.
That's sad.
I wish him the best in whatever he chooses to do. From what I read, he's looking at the mentor kind of backstage producer role within the WWE umbrella.
Okay.
I would love to see him more in ring. I still think he's got some gas left in the tank, but let's see where his career takes him. So from pre-show to main show, why don't you want to start us or do you want me to start us?
Doesn't matter either way. I do want to say before either of us gets started, and it's kind of funny for this, you might get a little mad at me. We have to crown Beast, Mr. TNA. He called this exact card 100% right.
Nah.
In not watching almost over a decade.
I want to point out he's definitely gloating in the comment section right now of the live.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Props to you, sir. Props to you. I will be gunning for that title, though. I will be gunning for that title.
So, do you wanna start us off?
Yes.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Yes, the heck I do, because one of my absolute favorite matches kicks off the show. X Division title defended in Ultimate X. Cedric Alexander walks in as your champion, and he takes on former champion Leon Slater. He takes on Casey Navarro, Frankie Kazarian, Mr. Elegance, Fabian Eichner, for those that don't recall who that was Giovanni Vinci in the WWE system, and the returning Amazing Red. Seeing Kazarian and Amazing Red be the first two entrants, and the stare down before the third entrant, like
goosebumps.
Oh my god,
honestly.
I was ready to cry. Because, those two men defined my childhood, are two of the men that defined my childhood in TNA coming up. Mm-hmm. They were such phenomenal athletes. I think, these are, like I said on the pre-show, like we said with Desario, you don't talk X Division without bringing up names like Kazarian,
Red,
and Amazing Red. So the match is every bit of chaos that you pictured and more. Because again, the point is, I climb the ropes, I climb the scaffold, I cross the ropes, and I have to not only pull or undo the title, but I also have to get back on the mat with title in hand.
Just fall. Whee!
And that's a lot easier said than it is done. Surprisingly. Great match, chaotic, very big, the true representation of what the X Division and what TNA is. If you guys did not get a chance to watch it, please go back and watch it. There is so many moments where, you know, you thought it was going to be red. Kazarian had a few battles up on the ropes.
Yep.
Slater and Navarro had a few interesting interactions. I need that one-on-one match.
Yes.
Ultimately, rounding off the end of the match, believe it was Kazarian and Slater.
Yes.
Making it the last two. Slater was able to unhook the title, but he wasn't able to hold on as Cedric slid into the ring, basically ripped it out of his hands, and escaped the ring with it. And still, X Division champion Cedric Alexander, because you know what? By hook or by crook, he kept the gold.
When I watched this match, I was like, okay, this is my first time being introduced to this type of match concept. And so upon watching it, I'm like, oh, this is great. You know, it's carnage, blah, blah, blah. And I'm loving every bit of it till the last moment.
It's a ladder match without all of the brutality.
Yeah.
And I love everything about it. Hey, they said it, as long as you are in the middle of the ring, not on the X, but in the middle of the ring, with that title in hand, it's yours. However you do it is not the first time I've seen it happen like this either. Because Chris Sabin has won one of his 10 X Division titles, pulling the same move, just baseball slide, thank you, and gone.
All right.
It's a very fun, interesting, it's a very unique way to go about winning.
It is.
Because you know what? If you're smart, everybody else does the work for you.
Yeah.
And as long as whoever rips the title down doesn't touch base on the ring, it's still really anybody's game. There was one year that the title was ripped down and was just laying in the middle of the ring for like 5 extra minutes because everybody was so either beat up or was or distracted with fighting each other that nobody noticed, hey, that's not on the X anymore.
Yeah.
Post-match moment.
Yes.
Post-match moment for me, everybody exits. Now it is just Amazing Red, who again is back for the first time in like 10 years, and they really touched on what he meant to the X Division. Mm-hmm. Kazarian comes into the ring with a microphone, and he's telling them, hey, you and I go way back. We've been here since day one. Mm-hmm. We are 2 absolute legends in the business. And you can't talk TNA without talking you and me. You can't talk X Division without talking you and me. And for that reason, I need you to look up at the screen. Video package plays. It is announced that at Bound for Glory, Amazing Red will join ODB in being inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. Well deserved,
yes,
my friend. But if I don't get just a few more Amazing Red matches, while I still can.
Do you think he's back full time?
I don't think he's back full time, but you know, a couple one-offs with a couple guys in the X Division, would be absolutely amazing. Because you know who I would love to see him against, outside of a one-on-one with Cedric, I would love to see him take on a Mustafa Ali.
I was going to say anybody in this match in a one-on-one.
Leon Slater is definitely high up there on the list.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily. I'm still not sold on Mr. Elegance. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But like, I think that man can put on. So I think Amazing Red can still go. I think he can still put on some great matches. I would love to see maybe one more run for him.
Yeah.
Before it's all said and done.
Okay. Your grade for this
A+, perfect way to start the show. I didn't think it could. I don't think it really. When I was watching, I was like, I don't think it gets any better than this.
No,
I genuinely don't think it gets any better.
You opened up with the perfect match.
Honestly. Oh my god, yeah. Like, I don't think... In my notes, I put, it was a hot start, it was a great touch on nostalgia. You know, Amazing Red looks fantastic for not being part of this for 10, 15 years, you know.
Right.
And everybody was firing on all cylinders. You really could plug in any one of these men except for Mr. Elegance, and I would not have been mad at the outcome.
Right. All right, jumping into our next match, we have Elijah taking on AJ Francis. Now, this was for Elijah's, name?
His NIL deal.
Okay.
His NIL deal, it's like his name, his likeness, his music catalog, the whole nine.
So, kind of a quick match, honestly, that I could see throughout the entirety of the show.
But I don't think it needed to be any longer.
No. Both men fairly equal in this entirety of the match. There was, you called it, you and Desario called it, there was one guitar used on the outside of the ring when the ref was distracted. Ultimately, picking up the win, not much to this match, was Elijah. And then ending the match, he had a moment in the ring where he brought out a guitar that was glowing.
Yeah.
Not much else you could say. It was glowing.
Like, it was a fun match. My one thing is there was a lot of outside interference.
Yes.
And I think it took away from what they were trying to do in that match. And it was taken away from the story that the match was trying to tell.
And by the outside interference is how we got
the guitar
used. So,
crash.
Your grade for this one?
I gave it a B. And I
Obviously,
touched on why. I was very happy to see the guitar, though.
Okay. Next matchup.
All right, the Knockouts tag titles are on the line. The Elegance Brand take on the team of Demon Bunny. You are very happy about that, actually.
Yes. Very much so.
Allie, who hasn't been part of the company in quite some time because she was quote-unquote unalived. Because think about it. I've noticed something with TNA. Whenever somebody gets ready to leave, they straight up unalive them on TV. Eric Young was... when he went to leave to go to WWE, like, anybody that goes to leave the company, they straight up just say you no longer live. Which is wild. A wild take. But so, Rosemary, through all of her scientific and Dr. Frankenstein-esque witch doctor-ish, revives Allie.
You said witch doctor, and all that popped in my head is, I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I'm not even gonna watch. That's immediately what popped into my head.
Oh my god, I love you. So, Allie is revived. They form the team of Demon Bunny. 100% love the name.
Yes.
I think it's very fitting. Now, they went in with the lesser experience of the two teams. The Elegance Brand has been absolutely insane. I love you, dude. I love you, dude. I just read his comment.
Yep.
Beast, I love you. But, so, great match overall.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of good back and forth. No one really able to get the upper hand.
There was a moment where the Elegance Brand did have a little bit of the upper hand.
And that was due to some outside interference from the concierge, whatever his name is.
I don't get that, but I get it because of
Remember, they're this hoity-toity, absolute rich, live the life of luxury type of gimmick. So I can see it, like, with it. He played a big hand
in helping them get the upper hand
for quite a lot. Overall, though, fun match to watch. Picking up the win was Demon Bunny, which I feel was the right choice.
However, I don't think Demon Bunny was your pick.
I
think you went.
I think Brand. I did predict Elegance Brand. But again, I do feel that Demon Bunny was the right move.
Okay. So I don't know much of the tag team division in this. Do you see them jumping to another tag team to challenge, or do you see Elegance Brand getting their rematch?
I see the Elegance Brand getting at least one rematch before moving on to something new.
Okay. Your grade for this one?
I gave it a C. It was about a middle of the road match. You can definitely see the lack in tag team experience for Demon Bunny. You can also tell a lot of ring rust for Allie, but a lot of lack of chemistry because when she left, she went to AEW and she was really used as the valet role.
I don't even remember her in AEW at all.
That's because you probably don't remember the tag team she was associated to.
That was?
Butcher and the Blade.
I recognize the name.
You'd recognize the name, but like you're not gonna recognize them because they're still signed with the company and they haven't been used basically since AEW started.
They sit in catering.
At this point, I'm pretty sure they sit on their couch.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, if I could sit on my couch and collect a paycheck, I would.
All right.
That'll be me when I'm done with school.
Shut up. Next match up, we have the International 3-Way Open Challenge. Now, originally, this was supposed to be a one-on-one match.
You're gonna go back to back.
Okay.
Just because I did ask you to take the no surrender match.
So this was originally a one-on-one match. However, some talk in the back between Santino and
revealed on the kickoff show, on the pre-show.
Yep.
Daria, who met, if y'all remember, Sonya Deville, another missed opportunity in WWE.
Definitely.
Because they could have given her and Shayna both a solid run as singles or even,
tag team.
Yes. But we're not going to talk about that. I think I went enough on that tangent with yesterday's.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole 5-minute cut of it. Yeah.
All right.
It's beautiful.
But anyway. So, Daria is like, yeah, I've been looking for, Mustafa comes out like, hey, you told me you were gonna make a spot for me on the show. You told me I was gonna have an opponent. Who is my opponent?
Yeah.
You'll have to find out when the rest of the world does.
Okay.
Or I think she was getting ready to reveal who his opponent was, and then interrupted by Santino Marella, the director of authority, or whatever his title is.
Basically the GM.
Yes. Co-GM, because he's now GMing with Daria, a.k.a. Sonya Deville. Comes out and was like, hey, Daria, you've been looking, but I've also been looking for a worthy opponent for him.
Mm-hmm.
And so now Mustafa's like, what is he talking about? This is supposed to be a one-on-one match. Now it's a triple threat match.
Yep.
As the show progresses, Daria's like, what the heck are you doing? The whole, you are an idiot. Why would you step all over me like that? Like, he's like, dude, think about it this way. You wanted the one-on-one match. We make it a triple threat match. And now it's going to be an even better match because it's a triple threat match. Now it's even more unpredictable and more fans are going to be involved. Like, more fans are going to be invested. Especially when you figure out who I picked. Mm-hmm. End of conversation. So now we make our entrances.
So Mustafa Ali obviously comes out and he is accompanied by...
Tasha Steelz.
Tasha Steelz
of Order 4.
Out comes Rich Swann as one of his opponents. I gotta say, dude don't look the same. And
it's
I
weird
like
seeing him bald, and his music doesn't fit the dance moves that he's trying to
the same ones that he did in WWE.
Okay.
And then there was, what is it, Uhaa?
Uhaa Nation.
Thank you for that right in my ear. I love you. I could have popped you one. Which is formerly known as Apollo Crews.
Hey, what's up, Tank?
This match was everything you thought it would be with these three men. It was beautiful. There was so much chemistry going on. I don't think that there was a dull moment in this.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
The name of the lady, Tasha Steelz, right?
Yes.
Didn't really interfere.
There wasn't a lot of interference.
As much as you'd expect from Order 4.
You forgot an A in that, sir. It's Uhaa. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to correct him. Uhaa?
Anywho, before I Uhaa my head off, the match was pretty much everything you would expect this match to be. High-flying, charismatic. Every man was running for it for himself.
I think that one of the turning points in this match was when Special Agent Zero started coming down the ramp.
Yes.
Again, didn't really get a chance to get involved because Uhaa made very short work of him on the outside.
Yep.
Man, I forgot how well that man could move in the ring. Like,
yeah,
I forgot how talented
he sat catering
in-ring performer he really was. And I'm really hoping that now that he's in TNA, that now that he's not under the now that he's not fully under the TNA umbrella, now that he's not like, or not the TNA, the WWE umbrella, now that it's like, because they're working relationship, but he's not
They're
owned
still
by
their own
TNA.
company, yeah.
Yes. I want to see him have a lot more chances that he didn't have.
Oh, he'll definitely get
I want to see him have, because, we talked about, people in the X division. And I'm going to circle back to that match because I want to talk about, what might be next for Cedric Alexander. Uhaa. Uhaa would be a fantastic opponent for him. We've talked about big men that have held that X Division title somehow with Joe, the Kurt Angles, the Moose.
Okay.
Uhaa is built like a heavyweight but moves like a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Why can't he hold that title?
He could. Very well.
Put him back in the picture for the international title or the digital media title. At some point down the line, I'm not saying anytime soon.
But a bigger world title.
But, give him a chance to really showcase who he is. Because he is a very talented individual.
I agree. Walking out of the match was Mustafa Ali retaining his championship in kind of just that scavengish way that he knows how to do.
That very small moment with Special Agent Zero
really helped.
It it forced Uhaa to take his eye off the prize. Where Swann caught the little bit of distraction.
Yeah.
Mustafa being the heel that he is, knowing how to use the team around him.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Your grade for this one?
What did I give it? I gave it an A. It kept the fans engaged. All three men had a great showing. There wasn't a lot of interference, and Uhaa reminding you of the talent that he is was another really special moment.
Okay. Unfortunately, you were
I experienced some technical difficulties.
So I'm going to also end up going back-to-back with this one as well. No surrender match, Moose with JDC. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Taking on Eddie Edwards with, how do you pronounce his wife's name? It is Alicia, because they were pronouncing it different on the show. Alicia Edwards.
It's Alicia.
I think it was Alicia that they were pronouncing.
It's Alicia.
They just had to be special. Before we get into anything, JDC is supposed to be retired. Why is he there?
Konnan, he's retired from in-ring competition.
Okay.
But how many times have we seen it in the WWE? The retired guy comes out and has a little moment or is supportive of somebody that he's been backing. We saw it in NXT. Rick, retired as hell, came to support his daughter.
Okay.
Was her corner man. Brett, same thing for Natalya. How often have we seen it? Hell, Stone Cold is retired as retired can be, and he'll still make an appearance just to give somebody a stunner.
All right. Going into this match,
Cena just retired and he just hosted Mania.
Okay, that's different though. Hosting something is different than being a quarterman. But I get where you're going. Anywho, getting back into what we're actually talking about. From the get-go in this match, Eddie Edwards had the upper hand.
I missed a good chunk of the beginning of the match.
A good chunk of the beginning of the match, Eddie Edwards was the one that had the upper hand. He had Moose down. There was a moment where he actually had him zip-tied to the ropes and was hitting him with kendo sticks.
I remember that.
Expecting him to, JDC to throw in the towel.
He had a moment on the outside with Moose's family, his son and his wife sitting at ringside, there.
Yep.
He's taunting them. He's,
there is a moment where Moose's wife gets over the barricade.
Well, first his kid climbed.
Both of them respectively stepped near the ring, got into Alicia's face, and had a bit of an interaction. Alicia actually knocking down his wife Reese. Moose, in God's superhero-like strength, as if he couldn't have done it before. I get it, play for it. Broke the zip ties.
Dude, his wife smacked the absolute dog piss out of Alicia Edwards.
Mm-hmm. This is when Moose hits that second gear, really takes everything to Edwards, and as you see him really building momentum, he grabs that chain that Edwards came out with, wraps it around himself, and just like he won last year for their tag team match, puts it around him, spears him through the gut. 1, 2, 3, Moose wins.
There was no pinfall.
Well,
because he speared him.
I was thinking pinfall.
And then as he got set up for the other spear, Alicia threw in the towel. He had a moment with his kid, with his wife, with JDC, and then post-match was like, effort, we're going to put him through the table anyway.
So you saw the match.
I saw from the zip tie on.
So you really didn't miss much of like what was entertaining, because I mean Eddie Edwards pretty much dominated the first part till he zip tied him up, and then it was gone.
Yeah, literally I saw from the zip tie on, but like for whatever reason watching from Moose's entrance up to that point I had the audio, but I had a straight black screen, so I couldn't see what was going on.
Okay. So from the point that you had, what would you grade that match?
Because I only saw it one-sided, I didn't feel it right to grade the match.
Okay. All right. Well, then just jump us into the next one.
Knockouts World Title. Léi Yǐng Lee defends against former friend Xia Brookside. Now, it took a minute for either woman to get the advantage right away. Mm-hmm. It really showed how well they knew each other.
Yeah.
They had a counter and an answer for everything they were throwing at each other. It wasn't till a little deeper into the match, about midway through, Xia, I want to say she also pulled a Lola Vice from Great American Bash, kicked the steel ring post, and that kind of subtle injury. Mm-hmm. And a few underhanded tactics by Xia kind of helped give her the upper hand.
Yes.
Lee definitely had a lot of fight. Mm-hmm. In her. It was a great back and forth. You told the story of, I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Yep.
To defend my title, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win this title.
Yes.
Ultimately picking up the win was Xia Brookside. Again,
via pulling the turnbuckle, like, padding off that area.
And using that
as an
to her advantage. Because again, a heel doing heel-ish.
Yep.
Again, fun match. I'm really excited to see how this works out. I believe they have set up a no DQ rematch, actually.
Okay.
Coming into one of these next episodes of Impact one of these weeks.
Okay.
Because as Xia was out this last week celebrating, Lee came out and was like, hey, you didn't beat me fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm challenging you for that title that should still be around my waist.
Okay. All right. Your grade for this
one? I gave it a B. Like I said, it was a solid match. It just had a few moments where it was kind of slow, kind of dragged. Mm-hmm. Was a little meh.
All right. Going into our next match, what happened to be Beast's absolute favorite fatal four-way, or just a four-way match, ladder match as well. For the tag team titles, we had the System walking in as champions, taking on the Hardys, the Righteous, and the Cool Hands. Now,
representing Order 4.
Yeah, representing Order 4. I had no clue that they were part of it till I saw that on the Titantron with them.
Yeah.
I do want to point out that upon making their entrance, commentary noted that the Hardys, if they won this match, would be tying a record for the TNA tag titles. They didn't specify on what record it was, if it was the most reigns or if it was like the longest time holding, but overall...
We'll definitely have to look into that, because I'm curious as to what it is.
Yes. This match with ladders involved is exactly what you think it would be. It was chaotic all around. There were men jumping on the ladders, jumping through ladders. Everything was being used. It was crazy.
Number of reigns. Thank you, Beast.
Thank you for that. There was a moment where the Righteous did slip to the back, and ended up coming out with a ladder that was not only wrapped in barbed wire, but also had pretty flowers all over it.
Had those, like, roses.
To tell even more of that story.
Very them. I kind of want the ladder.
You, of all people, would want that ladder.
A barbed wired wrapped ladder.
With flowers.
I mean, we can do without the flowers. I just want the barbed wire wrapped flower. Ladder.
I mean, you'd like a barbed wire wrapped flower, too. You'd take it. So, progressing through the match, obviously, they use the ladder to their advantage, putting people onto it, through it. However, there was
the Wolves? Alright, Beast, dropping some knowledge that I didn't realize.
What?
So, Fifth Reign now ties them for most reigns, tied with Beer Money Inc., which was Bobby Roode and James Storm.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite tag teams back in the day.
Yep.
And former tag team known as the Wolves, which was Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards.
Okay.
I didn't realize that the Wolves had that many tag title reigns in TNA.
Okay.
Because they weren't a long-lived team.
Well,
when they both made their debut.
Magically, they went bam, 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 and you just didn't realize it.
Clearly.
So. But like I said, there's a moment where it's one member of the Righteous. I don't know names. Don't get mad at me. And I want to say a member of the System. They were up on the top of the ladder getting ready to grab the titles when the member of the Righteous shoved a Lily of the Valley into his mouth, saying that it was a poisonous flower and thus making him really dizzy and then falling.
Oh, Vincent did that.
And then falling off the ladder.
I did, in the bits and pieces that I did get to watch, that was a moment that I remember getting to see. Because I got to watch, like, the end of the match.
Yeah. Obviously, most of the men are taken down at this point. Matt and Jeff get into the ring, climb the ladder with nobody else to stop them, making the Hardys now 5-time tag team champions. Well deserved, I think, before they kind of hang up the boots, but they have also said in an interview, and I did point this out to Pix as I was watching, they said in an interview recently that they are not retiring till their bodies actually give up on them.
That's a dangerous move. Okay, Ric Flair.
I think it's more Jeff
No,
than anything,
Jeff.
but yes.
Jeff stated in a recent interview that he is going to not be wrestling as much.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be focusing a little more on his singing career. He does have a pretty solid band, actually, but he's not going to be wrestling nearly as much. He's still going to be in the ring.
Yes.
He's still going to be classified as full time, but it won't be as intense as he once was having it.
Yeah.
Yes, literally the definition
Of Hardy mentality.
of Hardy mentality. No, but the comment before that when he said broken Hardys, because they are literally going to be broken.
But they were also announced as the Broken Hardys for this. So.
But going back to the tag title reign, the Wolves is the one that... Because I figured, teams like Team 3D, or as WWE fans would know them, the Dudleys.
Yeah.
You had the Motor City Machine Guns, which, again, I figured would have been up there in the ring, because they had a lot of good reigns.
Back to TNA at this point. I liked watching them, and with the
fact
fact
that because he doesn't have to sign his soul away to make it happen. Me and Beast are now talking about how Jeff, when he does his solo runs in TNA, all of his entrance music is his very own band.
Doesn't he have that in WWE though too?
No.
No?
No, he never had that in WWE.
Okay.
Because then WWE would have the rights to his music specifically.
Oh, okay.
And then he wouldn't be able to use it outside of the company.
Okay.
Which is wild.
Take us into our main event.
The main event, Mike Santana defends his TNA World title against Nic Nemeth. This match immediately got off to a hot start, but also caught some early interference from Ryan. Nick's brother.
I wouldn't say early.
It was pretty early into the match. Considering the length of the match.
No, No, not really. Honestly, when you think about it, the timeline wasn't that long because it went bam, bam, done. So, no, it really wasn't that early. Not as early as you think. There was a lot more work done before Ryan was interfered. I think that the time in the ring that happened in that concept made you think it was longer, but it really wasn't.
But anyway, going into the match, you know, had a lot of back and forth on the inside. Mm-hmm. Once we spoke to the outside, and that commotion started going. Referee being really lenient about the count, like wanting to make sure there was a definite winner. Mm-hmm. That's when Ryan kind of really got involved. Ryan was almost immediately ejected, though.
But he wanted to, you know, fight for his brother. His brother was just about to miss getting in the ring with the 10 count. So.
For those that remember him in WWE, he was formerly Dolph Ziggler. See, my introduction to Nic Nemeth was in like 2005, 2006.
Okay.
He was a male cheerleader named Nikki in the Spirit Squad.
Yep.
And to think he's the only one of that faction actually still doing anything in wrestling.
Right. I was gonna say that got signed. That had anything to do with wrestling.
Yes. The rest of them kind of just fizzled out of existence. But anyway, great match though. Like I said, a lot of back and forth. And as we got into the deep waters, you can see the fatigue raining on both men. Mike Santana went for spin the block. Fatigue kind of took over. Didn't let him hit it. Mind you, at this point, he had been busted open for a little while.
Because of the distraction on the in the ring from Ryan gave Nick a moment to take the trophy and hit Mike in the face.
That's what it was. I was like, I don't remember if it was the trophy or if it was a moment on the stairs.
Nope, that was the trophy.
It was the trophy. That busted him open. But like I said, Santana still fought through that pretty hard. Went to hit spin the block, fatigue, and I'm sure Blood Boss really played a factor. Oh, yeah. Ziggler was able... Screw you, Beast.
Nick
was able to hit... I don't remember what he calls it now.
Whatever. No, I don't even remember, honestly.
I'm gonna just call it for what we all know it by. Zigzag. Mm-hmm. Picked up the win. I think it took him, 2 or 3 of them to finally put...
About 2 of them, yeah.
About 2 or 3 of them throughout the course of the match, not all at once.
I'm saying, about 2 of them, I think.
But it was able to pick up the victory. Your new world champion. I am so excited. This was the right move. I love Mike Santana. He did well as champion. But Nick definitely needed this moment. Mm-hmm. He did a phenomenal champion his first time around. I'm very excited to see what this heel run does for him this time. Mm-hmm. And I want to say he was more on the babyface side the last time.
It is called Danger Zone.
Thank you. I, for whatever reason, was just brain farting on that.
So, let's talk. One thing you did miss was right before the match.
Oh?
You missed this. Okay.
I might have.
So right before the match, they cut to a...
Yep. The video package with Mike Santana. It's basically a giant thank you letter to the man that brought him into the company, former manager of LAX, Konnan. Konnan, now that we have gotten through this letter, he thanks him for bringing him in, thanks you for him being a good mentor.
For being a badass.
Gives remnants of what his career was, how he really changed the game for Latin American athletes, for the culture. He really helped turn the style of lucha libre mainstream.
Yes.
Thank you for being a game changer. Thank you for mentoring me. I wouldn't be as far in my career as I am without you. Mm-hmm. And it goes on as we close out this video package. He is now a AAA Hall of Famer.
Yep.
He should at some point be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame for what he did in WCW. With Rey Mysterio being the one to induct him, just like he inducted Rey. Still surprised that they gave Konnan a live mic.
Anywho.
And as of October, at Bound for Glory, the man known as Konnan will be inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame alongside ODB and Amazing Red.
Congratulations
Well deserved.
to him, honestly.
He didn't really have an in-ring career when it came to TNA, because at that point he was on the older side of things. He still took some bumps here and there, but still, what he did for the original LAX in Super Mex Hernandez and Homicide, and then later Santana and Ortiz.
Yep.
He really helped elevate a lot of young Latin guys for what he's doing for what he's done in AAA in the 90s, in the early 2000s. How he helped elevate the Latin culture in WCW and really bring it to the Americas. He definitely well deserved. Thanks for the s'mores. Sorry, I saw the gift and I had to thank. But we love and respect and appreciate everything he has done. This is a well-deserved honor.
Yes.
And the closer we get to Bound for Glory, the more I'm looking forward to this Hall of Fame class. Because I want to say there's going to be one or two more inductees announced. Because they typically cap it at 4 or 5.
Okay. So kind of around what WWE does.
Yes.
So just a quick, your grade for this one.
I gave it an A-. And my only reason that this wasn't the perfect match that I wanted it to be is, again, the involvement of his brother Ryan. I felt like it was a good enough match without that.
I agree.
It wasn't needed. It was just a moment to get Ryan on camera.
Yep. All right. With that being said, that does conclude TNA's Slammiversary. We hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as we did. And with that being said, we are out. Laters.